welcome you to yet another stimulating discussion right here on the program. Today, in the House of Representatives, it is an hour-long program that highlights activities from up Capitol Hill, making you Liberians to hear and know what your lawmakers are doing in the best interest of this country called Liberia. This program is on ERBC 99.9, several other frequencies across the country every Thursday at about this time, 5 o'clock up to 6. It's being relayed on Radio Femiton 87.7 in Margibi County, Cotton Tree area. Also on the Voice of Hope in Plebo Sodican District via 103.2 megahertz in Maryland County. A repeat of the program comes on Radio Femiton Friday, 6 to 7 o'clock. It is produced and presented by the House Public Affairs Department. I'm Robert Haynes, your usual presenter of the program. This program features committee reports, interviews, and analysis about the legislative processes in Liberia. Today is Thursday, it's the 13th day of October 2022. It is the 286th day of the year. We are left with 79 days to 2023. What a way to welcome you to yet another stimulating discussion. I'm Robert Haynes. Welcome to the program. Let's take feedback of our team song. When we come back, we'll tell you those things line up on the platform to look at today and bring you amazing facts. We're back shortly. Welcome back to the program. It's today in the House of Representatives here on your radio, making you Liberians to know what your lawmakers are doing in the best interest of this country. On a daily basis, they are working, knocking their chests on your behalf at the legislature. Some people say parliament. No, we don't have parliament. We have legislature in Liberia. In other countries, they have parliament. What makes it a difference is that in Liberia, you elect your lawmakers. For people who do parliament, parliamentarians are appointed. They are not elected. But in Liberia, you elect your lawmakers. So we call it the legislature. And by individual, they are legislator. You say legislators, if they're 2, 3, or something like that. So in Liberia, we have legislature. In other countries, like Ghana, they have parliament there. So sometimes people mistakenly call the legislature the House of Parliament. No, that's not the House of Parliament. In Liberia is the legislature. So your lawmakers are there interacting. They're there debating issues on your behalf. If they go to meetings, they discuss issues in the interest of this country. I want us to look at what are those things line up for us to look at before we go to our amazing facts brought to you here on the program. We are going to be focusing today on issues your leaders, your deputies have been involved with of late. Though the legislature is not in session, but the leadership is making sure that on a daily basis they get to work. So on the platform, on our menu today, we'll be looking at the engagements the House has been having with our rest importers, and we'll give you the dividends from those meetings, those engagements. And then the speaker leading a delegation of lawmakers, not sitting in a comfortable zone, but to get on the field to know what Liberians pass through on a daily basis on this issue about the rest shortage, reported rest shortage and stuff like that. So we'll tell you when the delegation left and took some tour, visiting the offices of these importers, going as far as the stores and in fact the warehouses to ascertain and changing the dynamics. Today there's some relief. So we'll tell you about that on the show today. We'll tell you about the House delegation meeting with Beer Martin in Grand Cape Mount County. Concerns being raised by the workers there about bad labor practices. We'll tell you the meetings what emanating from those discussions. all in the interest of Liberia and Liberians in totality. And several other things we'll look at here on today on the platform. Brace yourself, but let's stop here to bring you amazing facts. Amazing facts is a component on the show that gave you some historical things about the legislature. Let's bring you amazing facts. Let's go over it now and bring you amazing facts right here on the program.
Amazing facts about the legislature. Do you know the Constitution of Liberia, Article 32A, provides that the legislature shall assemble in regular session once a year, the second working Monday in January? Do you know the Committee on Public Works and Rural Development is a standing committee, while Public Accounts and Expenditures Committee is a statutory committee? Do you know, according to the House's rules, 63.2, the House can suspend its rules in part or whole by the approval of a two-thirds majority of the members of the House? Do you know, in keeping with the House's rules, 6.1, every 6 years, on the first day of session, the chief clerk whose term of office shall not expire until his or her successor is elected, shall call the House to order, conduct devotions, and announce to the members present that the House is without a speaker and a deputy speaker? Do you know the Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives serve as ex-officials of all committees? Do you know Honorable J.C.N. Howard was a member of the House of Representatives representing Mozzarella County during the construction of the Capitol building in 1955 to 1956? Do you know the House Rules 19.3 says all elections shall be by secret ballot? Those were our amazing facts. I am Belika Reese.
Welcome back. Thanks a lot to Belika Reese there from the Press Bureau for eloquently reading that amazing facts. It's a component here on the program, bringing some historical things about the legislature to you Liberians. It's very educative. So welcome back to the program. On the program today, like we mentioned to you, we tell you about how serious your lawmakers have been working and taking this issue about the rice. There have been serious engagements with rice importers. Last week, the leadership of the House of Representatives invited the importers of rice because they represent the people of Liberia. The House of Representatives represents the people of Liberia. And when the people raise concern, it is incumbent upon the House to act. And that's the reason why, following those concerns raised by Liberians, that look, we've been forced to buy other commodities other than rice before we are allowed to buy rice. And there's reported shortage of rice on the market. Those were concerns coming from Liberians. Something that prompted the people's deputies to act and invited to the House's leadership meeting importers of rice. In the meeting, we had the importers of rice. We had UCR, we had K&K, we had SWAT, is the West Africa Supply Trading. We had Fuanin Brothers and Futa. They've gone to the meeting with the people, the people's deputies. So the meeting being presided over by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Dr. Buffer Chambers, he asked them the question. We are listening to our people raising these complaints that you are forcing them to buy other goods like aloe vera, milk, flour, and stuff like that before you get them to buy rice. And those importers said, no, we're not doing it. We're not doing it, sir. Those were their answers. So then the speaker, along with members of the leadership, said, look, what is actually happening? First thing, okay, let's know the aspect about the availability of rice. Do we have rice? Well, that was a question that each of the importer needed to answer. So it was not a group to just answer like that. So each of them needed to give by stats what they had in stock. So SWAT mentioned that we have rice. It's in few thousands, and we are expecting rice by the 22nd of October. They mentioned that 6,000 metric tons, which will account for 250,000 bags of rice that they mentioned expected the 22nd of this October. They mentioned that to the lawmakers. And Fuanin brothers also said yes, they had rest. They were not carrying on the practice as being mentioned that people were buying other commodity other than rice. So the lawmakers respected them and took it as that and wanted to ask them about what is in stock. And they did mention that they had few of thousands of bags of rice, and they were also expecting rice the 22nd of October. And so differently they started to give their own points and like that. So the leadership of the House have been working day and night. Currently the legislature is not in session, but the leadership is working. And that's why all of these engagements are ongoing. The House leadership did not sit down with just the importers of rice. They went as far as meeting with the importers of our petroleum product. You had the Aminata and Sons, you had Petrol Trade, you had National Petroleum, you had the LPRC as a sector head of the petrol as regulator. They were all invited in that meeting too as well. And the association, the president, I think the leadership of the importers of petroleum product, she was also in that meeting. It will interest you to know that, and that's a good news for us, that they mentioned that we don't see any shortage of fuel or petroleum product. They don't foresee any shortage now because things are in place. That's a good news for us. You see, your people are acting. So just this week, Tuesday, those things happened last week. This week, Tuesday, the speaker led a delegation after these rice importers have come and explained the way they explain. The importer, the way they explain. So the speaker led a delegation, surprisingly, because you don't have to tell them that you're coming to them. He led his delegation of lawmakers to go and visit, to know what Liberians are passing through on a daily basis with this issue about rights. So the first stop to visit these importers' warehouses, their facilities, to know whether or not the availability of rice is there. When we stopped at the Claratown branch of Fuanin Brothers, we saw Liberians in tons. Thousands of Liberians outside banging on the gate. So the speaker and the members of the delegation decided to stop to ascertain for those Liberians. And he met with the citizens, and they told him that, we've been here, some of us have slept here 2 nights. The people say that only 200 persons they can serve per day, and all of that. They explained to the lawmakers. So then the speaker told them to hold on. He was going in to interact with, he along with the delegation members. On that delegation, we had the Hustlers chairperson on Rules, Oil and Administration, Honorable Johnson Gueglo, Honorable Solomon George, of Maserado, District number 7. We have Honorable Baron Zianwe of Riverside, District number 2. We have also in the delegation, Maserado County District 4 Representative, Honorable Rosalind Swakoko Dennis. And that was it. So when the speaker and the members went in and met with authorities of Warning Brothers, two managers said, look, Mr. Speaker, that 200 persons, yes, are true. That 200 persons will serve you on a day, per day. We share tickets and we allow them, if you have tickets, you come in and we serve you and stuff like that. But then the speaker said, that is not enough for our people. You cannot serve 200 persons per day. We have to make sure that this is increased to 500, at least 500 persons per day. You can serve them 20 bags, minimum 20 bags. 20 bags you serve 500 persons per day. All right. So they said they never had the authority. So the speaker then came out and met with the citizens and said to them that they were going to meet with the hierarchy of our Fulani brothers. And the speaker put that in front of the hierarchy of the Fulani brothers, that look, you have to change from 200 persons per day to 500. We cannot have our citizens to be out there for this table food called rice. They have to be served. So let's get the speaker interaction with Liberians who have gone out in demand of rights to tell you how your leaders are working in your interest. They're not sitting in an air-conditioned office. They are on the field, and they are feeling on a daily basis the pinch and pinch you are feeling as Liberians.
And they have been informed how many tickets to give. But they said that they have, because of the issue of the weather, and they cannot offload when it's raining, so they're limited to 200. So we told them, but the people here, they are many. So how can that be improved? So they said the only thing they can do is that for their bosses to authorize them. So since they don't have the authority to improve the amount of tickets, so where the bosses are, they will go in. To inform them that they should improve the amount. Yeah, so when they so how many persons government tickets? Excuse me. The ticket is short for 200. I don't know whether it's before or not. So let us be a little patient. So what if we are lawmakers? What are our lawmakers? Yeah, we know all of them. We have the honorable man from Nimba. Yes. The honorable man from Riverside. Yeah, the ones that know him. They just number 4. Yeah, district number 4. Yeah. I'm a representative. I'm for that for her. The woman said that there was some point here. So if you fight, obviously, it will be difficult. So once you are peaceful, I think they will serve you. So we have to inform them to improve the number that they have already given to this group. So just pray for us, just pray for the situation so that it will, yeah? All right.
Indeed, that's the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Dr. Bofo Chimbers. They're interacting with our citizens who have gone for rest. You know, so your lawmakers are working in their interest. They're not sitting down. They are moving from importer, warehouse to warehouse, and we are getting the dividends. And I can tell you, effectively Wednesday, they started serving 500 persons. They have eased the tension and some of the methodology put in place. that the leadership of the house told the importers to do is that, okay, when you have people come, we have the commerce inspectors there. So if you're sharing ticket and U and B business center got served today, you give them whatever consignment you give them. Tomorrow they don't have to come. Other people too can come. You see, those steps you have to follow them to make sure that we don't have people coming up because people can get hurt. And that's why your lawmakers are very concerned. They don't want Liberians to be treated in certain way, like people hurting each other for the stable food. So those are some of the concerns raised and the engagements your lawmakers have been having with citizens in this issue about the rights. But I can assure you that this issue about the reported shortage of rights is getting to be a history now, because what was being said to your deputies, especially by these importers, rice is in town. SWAT did tell the lawmakers that they received a consignment on day before yesterday, and from Abidjan, they will be now serving 35,000 bags of rice per day. That tells you that rice is in town. So let's assure you, Liberians, that this is getting to be a history, and with what is expected by the 22nd of October from the Fuanin brothers and that of SWAT, rest assured we're going to be having rest in town. These are coming out of the involvement of the Honorable House of Representatives, making sure that our people are being served. So kudos to the leadership of the House of Representatives. They did not sit down. They acted from day one. They're acting now, and they will continuously act in the interest of this country, Liberia. So let's go over, before we have some time to open the lines. Let's also tell you that the House of Representatives is probing Bear Mountain. So this Bear Mountain saga, we have a delegation visited with Bear Mountain to look at the pollution of the environment, the lack of adequate housing facilities, pay disparity, that's been salary disparity between Liberians and that of foreign nationals, and then also too, in the mineral development agreement of this concession company, you have Liberians should be at managerial level. Why has it not come to that fruition yet to have Liberians placed in top managerial position? The House of Representatives is concerned, and that's why they're investigating now. Bear Mountain situation. In the Mineral Development Agreement, social corporate responsibilities are laid out there. Now, if you operate inside the environment, the issue about housing, the issue of medical services, the issue about education facilities should be looked at. Bear Mountain is here to look at some of these. They are doing some, and the House have said, look, you need improvement. You need to improve the livelihood of our people. Our people cannot be working here and they are not being given attention in terms of you build a market, there's no toilet. How do you expect our people to use the toilet? And people spend their entire day in the market, our market women. They're in the market selling. If they want pee, how do they pee? You can't be insensitive like that. So the lawmakers are concerned about this. The issue that has to do with medical services. You have to now upgrade from just a mere clinic to hospital. Because anything can happen to any of the workers. Any of the workers should be treated. Anything can happen any point in time. And they got to be treated. They got to be treated. So the lawmakers are very concerned on this matter. This issue about the health and safety of our people, salary disparities, the educational facilities where you have to have vocational schools built for the people. These things got to be looked at. That's why you see the delegation visited with Beer Martin and the workers union. They're also meeting with the workers union, who have raised a red flag about bad labor practice at the company. They have clearly said that, look, we are here working and things seem not to be going our way. The minimum development agreement is being violated, and that's the reason why the Decent Work, they also mentioned about the Decent Work Act and so forth. So the people's deputies are working in the interests of this country, and that's the reason why you see all of these interactions are coming about. So we'll look to see the dividends. The host invited the workers union in a meeting, and they gave a comprehensive report or a comprehensive complaint of those things they pass through. The disparities in their wages with them and that of foreign national, and work that they can do, Liberians can do. Turkish people are coming to do those work. So those were some of the concerns they raised to their lawmakers. And that's how you see the lawmakers now are acting. And kudos to the leadership of the House of Representatives to make sure that these things are attention so that our people can have the dividends. I'm going to leave here now, open the lines to interact with you on these. We'll share with you the involvement, the engagements of the lawmakers, the issue about the rest and the issue of our petroleum product, and also of the visitation made at Bear Mountain, and those concerns coming up from the workers, and what we look at in terms of recommendations or those concerns or questions you want to ask. We can take those concerns right here on the platform. This is your program. This is Today in the House of Representatives, 1 hour program highlighting activities from up Capitol Hill issued about your lawmakers. Those things that they were doing, working in your interests, knocking their chest on your behalf. They are not resting. They're there talking. They are there negotiating. They're there making sure that what works should work in the interest of this country called Liberia. We'll open the lines now to interact on the platform. Here are the numbers: 0880-514-096, 0770-259660 are the numbers to join us here on the conversation. Those concerns, we hope to take questions. We hope to also tell us, what do you make of all of these concerns raised, or all of these engagements by your lawmakers as they act to make sure that things go in the interest of us Liberians. 0880-514-096, 0770-259660. Let's go to the line, interact with you here joining us.
Hello?
Good evening, welcome to the program.
Yeah, my name is Peter Fu. I'm calling from here, David Johnson.
Yeah, David Johnson, go ahead.
I just want to thank my lawmaker for exhibiting the authority of power. You know, it is my first time hearing that, so I want to thank you that it will do more than what we are celebrating. I just want to thank you. I want to tell my speaker, thank you. It is kind of speaker that we think is important now, speaker that we just see now, and hear the program have the intention there. So I want to tell Honorable Timon, thank you so much for here is delegate that take that both steps. That both people in that garden will tell them.
Okay. Thanks a lot for being a part of the conversation. Let's take another person here. Hello?
How about you, sir?
I'm okay. Tell us your name, where you join us from.
Well, Mr. Aaron McGill
Mr. McGill, go ahead. You joining us from where?
from Capitol Hill.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, I just want to commend Honorable Bobo Chima and his fellow lawmakers who again found subject to have addressed this issue. this rice business is a serious problem. They have caused serious riot in this country before. But my reservation or point of contention is that the government should really put in place the amount of rice that we live in this country going crossing the border. It must be with the acquisition of the Ministry of Commerce so that people can know how many rice getting out and how many rice is in the country. Because the more the people take the rice and carry it out, at a certain point in given time, the Liberian people will start going out in shortage. Okay, then one of the more concerned again, there are other people that go to buy the rice. When they go buy the rice, they try to pick among people and give other people more quantity. That should be stopped.
Okay.
And I just enjoy the honorable Chimo with the kind of mechanism they put in place, saying that certain quantity should be bought by a certain group of people. Then after that, they should not come there again, and another people get time to go and buy. That's a very good precedent.
Right.
So I want to commend the lawmaker for that.
Thanks a lot for being a part of it. More of the conversation, more you can call. Let's get this person on the line. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Good evening. Welcome to the program. Your name, where you join us from?
Yeah, my name is Sonny calling. I call from Carnegie Baptist University.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, my question has to do with the red issue. I want to know how much is the red. Because red, I'm supposed to selling red, $80 per call, $5,000 in my company. So I want to know how many dollars is the red on that?
Okay, the rest is so $13. Thank you. Let's hope you're listening. That get another person on the line. Hello.
Yeah, I'm curious about calling from Pennsylvania, Montreal, Liberia.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, when it comes to the food issue, what I want you to do is, in morning, then the government can pay the agriculture minister, send you an working in this country, then they share the money in the federal cabinet, let the city make their own farm. But if you continue paying the agriculture minister, will continue to be in Liberia, everybody, and I'm working in this country as all. I want to see it.
Thanks a lot. Let's go to the next line. Take up, of course. This person call us. Hello. Let's take this person on the line. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Robert Benjamin.
Good evening. Welcome. Your name, where you call us from? Please. Okay, my dear brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Robert. I want to congratulate the leadership of the House and entire members for taking the red issue with urgency. Now we are getting a clear picture. Thank you to you who also disseminate information our people. I thank you God today talking people calling me, maintain at least rest in time and say because other people have the information. So I pray that the government before the government make sure information should also be coming up and briefing our people with respect to the red issue. Thank you very much. Now you are becoming history. Thank you, Mr.
Thanks a lot. More of the calls coming right here, Liberians. You can speak out. Your lawmakers are working in their interest. Hello.
Yeah, Honorable Robert. Good evening. This is Brown Tate.
Brown Tate, it's good to have you this evening. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. And let me thank Ben Reed for that splendid reading. You know, I listened to the lawmaker there, and let me thank them so much. So you can see, from the information you give and the interaction that you place on the air, you will see that even most of the fire, the tension is reducing. If the tension was not reducing, the interaction would have been so tense. But Papa Chimo was talking, and they themselves was getting to understand, and I appreciate that they can do it intermittently. Because one person who had the opportunity and who have contact will continue buying, and then the other people will stay, and then they can't get rice and all those kind of things. But the more people buy, the more it will spread to various communities, and as they go shop in the various communities, the tension will reduce. I want to thank them so much for carrying out the mandate of the plenary as the leadership is in charge while the people on recess. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Brown Tate is there, always calling on the show. This person too on the line. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to the program. Your name, where you join us from?
Okay. My name is Aloysius X Yao, and I exactly call you from my DB precisely Kakata.
Go ahead from Kakata, my dear brother.
Thank you so much for the program. I want to thank the speaker along with his colleagues for regulating the price or discussing the importers, the kind of hike in price and kind of shortage Liberians are going through in terms of stable food. Demanding people to buy extra things if you want to buy the rice. It's even happening here in Canada. One of the top business guys,
when I went to interact with him, he said, if you want, back then rice was going into shortage. He said, when you want to buy the rice at the rate of $14 or $15, you will buy, I will allow you also buy the spray, that spray gun, some of that new spray gun coming in 2 weeks. You buy it 15, and we'll give you the rest 15. But then I said, no, I don't need it. I was compared to buy the rest $20 US. But one thing I want to recommend this evening, I want the speaker, please, the people listening, or the commerce minister, or the Department of Commerce, who is responsible to regulate businesses in this country, to make the right business a free market. Let it be, it can be a monopoly where few person controlling the business. Look, when we do open business, free business enterprise, that will boom in terms of business. This country is a good buying country in terms of making business. But you can have few people controlling certain or groups that majority or the entire population run after, which is wrong. The business will be slow. We need to raise more revenue. Open the business, be a bigger competition.
Okay, my dear brother.
Yeah, that's my contribution. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak to the end.
Thanks a lot. Let's take more of the concerns right here by Liberians. This person in line. Hello, welcome to the program.
My name is Wale. We are calling from Grand Crew, Galloway.
Okay, from Grand Crew. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Anyway, I would say thanks to our honorable speaker, but Agapa will speak up for the rest business.
Yeah, go ahead. He listening.
Listen, being from mainland here, Baroko, all the places, we got a lot of butchers and they are making enough money. So, at least they should make a red farm, government farm, like cattle or dough. Then at least we're not being importing rest in the country. Yeah.
Okay, you finished?
Right.
Okay, thank you very much. So the speaker was not going to make fun all over the place. He do have other things doing, and that's why you have various agencies of government responsible. Let's get this person in line. Hello. Good evening. Welcome to the program. You know where you join us from.
This is the Solomon P. calling from Bangor.
Great to hear you from Bangor, Bon County. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. In Liberia here, we are not here to ourselves. What happening is that Nigerians always look for problem for themselves. Most of the business people have rights in Bangor here, but we're keeping the rest just for them to make plenty of money.
Yeah, to do profiteering.
You behaving like that. And support to that, our security letter, they need to be on their guard. Most of those are assigned to the border. They will forget about it small. The people will continue to be hauling rights from here carrying it in foreign country. And it will not be good for us. So the security letter has to work on it. That the only way the real rest that will get in the country that will help us from now to next year. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Call us too. Let's go back to the line. Take more of the concerns raised. Most of you calling. Hello. 077-025-9660 088051409. This person in the line. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to the program. Tell us your name, where you join us from.
Thank you. I'm Lincoln, still standing with you. I'll call you from Cleveland to be precise, New Jerusalem.
Okay, that's our speaker, Buffer Chima calls Maryland, Cleveland, Connecticut District, New Jerusalem. Go ahead from there.
Thank you. Let me appreciate the lawmakers for raising the height in the faces of argument that benefit the Liberian people. Let me say the lawmakers want to petition them to revisit the Decent Work Act. The fact is that there is a clause in there that has to do with a Liberian citizen, whether you get BSc or not, or skillful, you should work for a $550 a day. That is which you see all concessions are grabbing and making use out of. So at the end of the day, how much will a Liberian citizen, how will you pay when you earn $127? Because the total amount is $143. You should charge all of taxes from the other taxes, you get $127. So $127 a month, how will you construct a structure for the years to come?
So you say which component of the Decent Work Act they should change?
The wages are very low. The people who work for those wages, the next generation will not succeed. That is why you see people at certain point in time they're not sincere because concessions are holding on to the wages, and that is why they give people around. So let me applaud them, and they should not stop there. There are other concessions around. They should extend their hands. So those investors will be very careful in dealing with Liberian people. Thank you ever so much for the show.
Thank you very much, my dear brother. More of the concerns can come from Liberians. This person in the line, hello?
Hello, my brother. How are you?
I'm doing good. Tell us your name, where you join us from.
Yeah, I'm Johnny Commission here, Junior. Thank you very much for the conversation on the media. My brother,
Are you calling us from where?
I'm calling you from the rehab community near RLG Kenya.
Go ahead, brother.
I very admire the conversation because we need to work something the mouth of our people. You need to understand the situation that's going on in the country. You will not think, Jana, is a Christian party. The matter of fact, if they are done, the Bible says they are done, there will be a tribulation, trial and temptation. Even if you made a thing, even your mother, even your father. And when your parents, even supposing in a home, my brother, you keep falling in your work. You don't even respect your parents. The matter of fact is, things can happen for a reason. We need to pray. And I tell you, we need to pray, but they can't believe it. All the sector you are talking about, I really admire it. I really understand your conversation.
Okay, my dear brother. Thank you very much. Keep following the show. We're here every Thursday. This person in the line, hello?
My man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pray for me.
Oh, let's take more of the concerns coming from you, Liberians. It's your turn to talk.
Good afternoon, Mr. Haynes.
Welcome to the program. Your name, where you call from?
Thank you very much. My name is Sam Daly. I call from Lufa County, Bonjaman.
Oh, from Vonjaman. Go ahead from Vonjaman. My sympathy for the loss of the old man. My sympathy to the people of Lufa for the loss of the old man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my brother. Okay, we are very confused. At times today, we try to monitor the Equa radio. Today, the brother was saying that no rest is in Liberia at all. The lawmaker and the president are lying to the Liberian people. So at times, too, you go on Equa radio, too, you try to explain it. Who are very in that for the kind of statement.
You're listening to Liberia's biggest radio station. Sir, you're listening to Liberia's biggest radio station. This is the state radio. All right? And so we don't have to go all over the place. So we come on the biggest radio station in the country for Liberians to listen. And that's all we can do, my brother.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Haynes.
Thanks a lot. More of the concerns will come here 08805140960, 0770259660. Those are the numbers to call to be a part of the conversation right here this evening. Your lawmakers are acting. They're not joking. They're working in your interest. They're having these engagement. This person in the line. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Welcome to the conversation. Lower your receiver, please.
Hello, I'm calling from Peter.
Go ahead, but lower your receiver, please. Don't spoil our ears.
The problem with this right here now, it is very encouraging to hear that legislators insist for rest in photo.
See that?
Why is the issue of the common minister?
No, the thing is, the legislators do have something called oversight. They have something called oversight. So they have three cardinal responsibilities. Law making, they're going there to interact, they're going there to make laws, they're going to do representation, they're going there for oversight. This person in the line, hello?
Hello.
Welcome to the conversation.
Thank you. This is Matthew Georgia. I call from Pioneer County.
Matthew Diaje.
Yes.
Which part of Sano are you calling from?
I'm calling from Pioneer County, Greenville.
Okay, go ahead from Greenville.
You guys are now working in the interest of Liberian people.
Sorry, I will not keep you on. You don't call people those guys. You call me our lawmaker. Sorry, I will not keep you on this line here. You're supposed to be a media practitioner. If you say Matthew Diaje, I know one Matthew and the Diaje used to report for On Me Radio then. I don't know, now it's ECOWAS Radio. And you call the lawmaker those guys? You're supposed to know better, my dear brother. You are a journalist. I don't know anyway. But you're supposed to know better. Don't call the lawmakers those guys. Come on. People listen to you. What do you think? This person in the line. Hello, welcome to the conversation.
Hello?
Welcome. Let's hear you. Your name, where you call from?
I'm calling from Grand Crew.
Wale, we are from, go ahead from Grand Crew.
Anyway, I would let us say thank you to the Liberian government, but what I'm very trying to look at is buying rest, they will not get a benefit. At least we should take some of the government money and make government farm.
Okay.
A few tractors, a few yellow machine with ESCA. At least then, other people will pay there and we share that rest to our people.
Right. Okay, my brother. Thank you very much. What about the people there listening? Welcome to the conversation.
Is this the Bomber Show?
No, this is not the Bomber Show. This is the program today in the House of Representatives.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm George J. Trupon. I'm calling from Riverside.
George J.
To
Trupon.
be specific.
Go ahead, ancestor. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to thank the lawmakers for the effort they are making there. But it is just temporary. I want to advise them to legislate a law that will empower Liberians to get in mechanized farming through contract farming, and we have people available.
Okay.
We have already identified all the farmers in the country and giving them the address from district to district, chiefdom to chiefdom.
But do you really think that we need law for that, my brother? To make your cassava farm, we will tell you to do law for that. That means we'll be hearing, we'll be hearing very voluminous things.
What I'm saying, they need to empower the farmers.
Okay.
We cannot feed ourselves using color and wool every time when it's sending huge millions of dollars.
So we need machines, right?
Subsidies. So they can use that money little by little to empower farmers from county to county to do mechanized farming. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, my dear brother. Thank you very much for being a part of the conversation. You see, it's very important. So let me hold the course for now and respond to some of the concerns coming from you Liberians. As you mentioned, thank you. You commending your lawmakers for acting. The lawmakers do have three cardinal responsibilities: lawmaking, oversight, which they are using effectively. You see, the lawmakers decided not to sit down in any air-conditioned office, but to move in the field. Though they've invited those importers and they came to a meeting and they said what they said, but yet still the lawmakers needed to go and ascertain whether or not what was being mentioned is right or wrong and what actually is the fact. That's how the speaker led a delegation to go. You could just see the speaker that day in all those stores, some of those warehouses. So if these lawmakers sit down again and say, oh, the lawmakers are not doing nothing, but they're acting, they are working in your interest. They want to know. You have raised concern, and they're following to know these things. Those things that you feel on a daily basis. And that's how today you see at the Clarendon area there where you have Fuanin Brothers, from 200 persons per day, it now gone to 500 persons per day. 20 bags each. Then SWAT also said they be selling 35,000 bags of rice per day. This is getting to be a history now. We need to be able to get this information out to our people. Your lawmakers are working on a daily basis. And I'd like to commend the leadership of the House for acting. They're not resting. They are not. This thing is not only on the executive. You see, your lawmakers are moving from one point to another, though they have invited these people, and now even the importers of petroleum products, they also invited them to a meeting, and they mentioned in that meeting to lawmakers that we don't see any shortage of petroleum products for now, and even in the future, because according to them, things are in place. So your lawmakers are ahead. They are grabbing these things head on to act because you've elected them and they are working in your interests. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Liberians, we have to be sincere to ourselves. Some of what we pass through on a daily basis, people buy rice, some people keep the rice, they don't want to give it out. Only in the name of profiteering, you can make all of the profits. There's something called fair gain analysis. You don't make money at the detriment of others. You know? And so these are the interactions your lawmakers are doing. Now we have a delegation there in Cape Mount. As we mentioned that they interacted with Bear Mountain people. Concerns raised by the workers there by labor practices. So that's why your lawmakers did not sit down up Capitol Hill. They decided, look, we will use our oversight. It is by law to use the oversight and go. And that's what the House have said. Through the speaker, they will go to all of these construction areas. They will not tell you, say they're coming to you. They will go there to know what you're doing there to our people who are working with you. To look at the housing facilities, to look at the medical area, the clinic. You need to now elevate from just clinic to hospital. You need to elevate from just clinic to hospital. Anybody can get injured on the job. When do you bring them from Cape Mount or wherever you are to bring them to Monrovia to care in JFK? That person will lose their life. You got to elevate to hospital. We have medical doctors in the country. Give them the opportunity. They need to work. The work Liberians can do, you can't bring foreigners to do those work here. No. Not on this legislature. Not on this legislature. That is not going to work. What Liberians can do here to cut grass, did you bring somebody from Turkey to do that? It can't work here. And that's why you see your lawmakers are acting. And also the Ministry of Labor will not give permits to people to do such. That means they're sort of be acting outside of the law, because people here can cut grass. Why would you bring somebody from different place to do it? So your lawmakers are acting. They are working in your interests. And that's the reason why we're here every Thursday to inform you on a daily basis about those things that are unfolding at the legislature. We'll close up here just in 2-3 minutes to tell you, even though the people ate our time yet, but we'll close up in 2-3 minutes on the program. So tune in every Thursday to listen to issue from our Capitol Hill, what your lawmakers are doing. They're talking about the pollution of the environment there at Bear Mountain. Remember some time ago, our people live in that area. There was some chemical spillage. And the water was bad for our people. That's why you see the lawmakers are intervening. They're having this conversation. Lack of adequate housing facilities for the employees. No running water. Pay disparity. Medical services and educational facilities. All of those things are issue of concern. That's the reason why your lawmakers are acting, and they are not going to rest. They will continuously do these things that will benefit the country. And that's why you elected them. Thanks to Speaker Buffer Chambers and those members of the House's leadership. We're back here on this platform on Thursday to update you with activities for our Capitol Hill. The next time you hear will be on Thursday. Have yourself a wonderful time. Keep following ELBC 99.9 and several other frequencies across the country. I'm Robert Haynes. Thanks to the entire Press and Public Affairs Department of the Honorable House